Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we've got this MTD Yardmachines. Yep, that's what it is. Snowblower. It's snowblower season. It's starting anyways. I know I'm in my short sleeves, but I got the furnace on today. It's a little chilly outside. But this thing won't start. It's got a bunch of new parts on it. Still won't start. So let's find out why. Okay, so this has got a bunch of new fuel parts on it. It's got a brand new spark plug in it. It's got new fuel lines, new shut-off valve, brand new carburetor. I believe it's one of mine. I sold it to him, and he did the work himself. Let's just, for argument's sake, let's say the fuel system's fine. We're going to check for spark. But before you do that, customers' machines, always check the oil. Because if it comes in your shop with no oil and you fire it up and you blow the engine, guess who's responsible? There is not a drop of oil in this machine. Not a drop. Let's get some oil in it. I'm not going to fire this thing up on no oil. Nope. It does not have a low oil sensor, so that's not going to be our problem. Got about half a quart here or something. Let's see what this does for the dipstick. Might have some in there. I'm putting 10W30 in. It's a winter machine, so a little bit thinner oil is fine. That's that amount. Let's see what's on the stick. Not very much. Let's put a little bit more in there. I think this jug up top is 1030. Yeah, it's got some oil in it. We got random jugs because I sometimes buy oil by the pail because it's a little cheaper that way, and I just put it in smaller containers so it's manageable. With a 5-gallon pail, a lot of times it's cheaper than buying individuals. I mean, it's pennies on the liter, but when you go through a lot of liters, it makes a big difference over the course of a year. It's all quality stuff. Like, wow, I think this is Valvoline stuff anyways. It's Valvoline. It's okay. Yep. Halfway up the cross hatches on the dipstick. That should be good enough to run it anyways. Okay, well, that's not going to explode. Let's check for spark. The sparking tester here. Little details on this spark tester. This one here, the spark actually has to jump a big gap. I mean, it's big. So it's a more accurate measurement. You can get spark checkers that have the little neon lights in them. Oh, come on, just find the ground there. You can find spark checkers that have little neon lights, and I have been burned by those before. I had a Tecumseh engine with, can you see? It's close enough-ish. I had a Tecumseh, but the coil was strong enough to fire that little light bulb, but not strong enough to fire the engine, and I pulled my hair out for quite a while to find that one. Anyways, let's give her full throttle, no choke. I just want to check for spark. So, you guys watch. Well, hang on now. Just... Oh, come on. Okay, cord's hooked up. You guys watch the spark there. Got lots of sparkage. Lots. So it's not spark. Well, I mean, it does have spark. It could be timing, like a flywheel key that's sheared or something like that, but that's pretty rare on a snowblower. Lawnmower is more common. It's got spark. That's a brand new spark plug in it. Let's pull this cover off. 5/16. Here's one. That doesn't feel good. A little metal bracket bolted to these carburetors that sometimes comes loose, actually. Let's get our choke knob off of there. There's supposed to be a bolt in front of this cover. Let's see if it's there. Nope. There usually is one here. This one's missing, as a lot of them are. This wire hanging here is our kill wire for the safety key that's broken off. That's fine, don't need it. It should kill on this side anyways. Yep. And this bracket is okay. The bracket is loose, like I thought, but so is this. Whole carburetor's loose. Well, let's maybe fix that. Let's maybe fix that. Screws are far too small for this. Should be 1/4 inch screws. 1/4 inch, like. Oh, there's the gasket. Okay, let's find some screws that are more appropriate, and some nuts, some bolts and nuts, and nuts and bolts. I'll bolt this back on. Okay, let's, give me a sec here. These bolts long enough? Nope. These a little bit longer. Wrench. Okay. Well, that'll do it every time. I'm going to try and do the hard one first. At the back. I'll line up the oh, it went right in, actually. I'll line up the gasket and everything. Right through. Nice. Let's try and get a nut on there. It's starting. Now the back one might be a little bit harder because you can't see it, can't get to it. I'm in the way. Come on, just start. Oh, well, there you go. Let's get that a little more rigid. Might run a little better. Might reach, yeah. I'll reach in with an extension in the 7/16 socket. From the front, from here. I should have got ones that have a Phillips head on them, actually. Might be easier to tighten. Can I get in there? I mean, I could pull the carb completely off. These two bolts at the... Are you seeing? No, you're not even seeing. You guys are way too close. That's close enough. Could pull these two off and mess with the linkage and the primer hose and the fuel hose to get everything in there, but I don't feel like it. We're just going to see if we can cheat. I mean, find an alternate effective way to do this particular job. If I pull the muffler off, it might be okay. Can maybe reach a little better if I get the muffler off, if it comes off. That's not the right size. 1/2 inch on those. This has been off. There's a little locking apparatus that's missing. Should be a little piece of flat steel underneath these two bolts that you bend the ends up so the bolts can't walk out. It's nice and easy to get these two bolts out of the muffler, though. You gain a little access. Especially it's already missing a bolt on the top, so let's see what we see. Oh. Remnants of an older design. It's still got threads in the exhaust port there for those thread-on mufflers. Well, I can get on that a little better. There we go. It's working. I can see where the governor linkage is attached. I don't remember if that's right or not. This is, what is this, a 10 horse Tecumseh? Just not 100% on that one. I mean, I do see a lot of these, but it's been a little while. Let's see if I can get just a little bit tighter on that one. That's working. Could quite easily get this rod out of my way too. But that's as tight as I need it. These are not right. What the heck are those? Robertson? I don't know, man. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Seemed like number 2 Robertson. It might actually be a little long. That might be the problem. You know what? I'm not going to mess too much with it. It's snug. Let's, just for curiosity's sake, see if this is an adjustable screw. I don't remember. Nope, it's not. It's just a fixed orifice. Well, there we go. Choke on, choke off. Choke rod is bent. Choke bracket is bent. This is superfluous, supernumerary, extra, not needed, not required. We're gonna delete. Okay, let's get this muffler back on here. Well, with that carb just kind of Bluetooth to the intake pipe there, the engine's not going to pull a vacuum through the carburetor to pull fuel out of the carburetor. So it might just run. It might just run now. I don't know, but we're going to find out. Just tighten. We're going to find out. This might be a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. Snugged. Snugged. Well, let's just try it. Fuel is on. There's no tickler on the bottom of this. I'm not sure if there's any fuel in it. There's no tickler on the bottom to purge any water or anything. Screwdriver's wet, so there's probably enough fuel in there to fire it anyways. Plug wire's back on. There is some oil in it. Let's get that cord back over here because I ain't pulling on it. Fuel. Let's give her half throttle. Full choke for now. Bunch of primes. Oh, gas coming out. Contact. Whoa, that revved way too high. That's why I shut it right down and then it killed it, so. Come on. Just trying to adjust the governor here. Might be running out of fuel. I don't know. I haven't got that far. It's starting to get stinky in here though. So the governor maximum speed screw was like cranked in. Well, still got about a ½ inch of fuel in there. It shouldn't be a problem. Oh, the fuel pouring out the bottom of the engine is a problem. Oh, what the heck is going on here? Fuel is just pouring out the bottom. Just shut the fuel off, see what's going on. I think I know what's going on. Well, the back cover screw is in there crooked and sideways. I believe the customer put a new fuel line in from the tank over, and I think it might be cut on the flywheel. Yeesh. I'm going to let the shop air out a bit, and then I'm going to spin it around, pull that back cover off there, see what that fuel line's doing. Because it's rich. It's not dripping out the carburetor. It's not dripping out at the fuel tank. It's just the belly pan is soaked, and it's like a puddle like this on the bench now, so I'm going to have to see what's going on there. Stand by. Okay, so it's aired out a little bit, and I got the machine turned around. I got the one bolt out of the other side at the bottom here. It was in there crooked and barely in. This one is removed. This holds the bracket for the grounding for the killing of the coil. Yes. So we can take the governor linkage and all this happy crappy out of here, or even better, we can cheat. If you just take the 2 screws out of the throttle plate, the assembly plate, then the whole plate will come off without taking all the rods and stuff off. And then you can get the tops off. You can get the things out of the way. That way. From the top. Without taking... You guys understand what I'm saying. Let's get this little electric starter animal off here. It's just the push button. And we got to get this out. Oh, that's loose. That's convenient. It's handy. Easy. Easy. Stay. Oh, that one's loose too. Hey. I think that's what happened. I think the fuel line rubbed through on the flywheel, because it's a bit of a job to get to that stuff. And if you don't route it exactly right, it's a really good possibility you're going to hit the hose with the flywheel. So I'm taking the 1/4 inch screw out of the bottom of this throttle plate assembly. It's a tiny little guy. It's cute as a button. And this one is not being nice, but we can, there we go. just because the linkage was in the way. So if by pulling the cover, we're going to adjust, we'll just move that linkage, just as if the governor was moving it. Get this one out, and then we should be free and clear to pull that recoil cover off. Get out of your home. Get out. There, see, everything just fell off. Now we don't have to adjust governors and linkages, and we don't have to remove things. I've said it before, I was a flat rate mechanic for many, many years. It teaches you two things. It teaches you to be fast and good at the same time. You got to be both. Because if you're fast and not good, you end up doing it again for free. If you're slow and good, you get the job done well, but you lose your shirt. Let's get this little cotter pin, hairpin, cotter pin, get out of there. Okay, got it. Get that rod out of the way. Get this out of the way. And what do we see? Nothing yet. Oh, the little primer hose. It's still on the carburetor. Yeah. Get. Yeah. Okay, well, that's full of gas. And, well, who'd have thought? Who would have thought? Okay. I'm gonna get you guys out of there. Take you on a road trip, because I'll show you what I mean. My assumption was correct. Just hang on. Just look at the wall for a sec. I got to unplug cords and things. Okay, power cords. Quick connect. Quick mount. Oh, there you go. Okay. You see what I see? That's the fuel line. Rubber hose. Top of the teeth. Pretty sure that fuel hose is now wiped. Pretty sure it's gonzo. Oh yeah. There you go. That'll do it every time. So the problem is, to do the job right, you have to remove the flywheel. Because the hose goes behind the flywheel, in behind a shield as well, and then it kind of pokes back out instead of going straight over. So let's do that. We'll pull the flywheel off and put the hose, well, a new hose, not that one. That one's ruined. We'll put a new hose in there and we'll get it straightened out. Alright, so I've got a cordless trouble light precariously sitting in there, so it's shining here because there's very little light. Let's get that flywheel off. So I just turned it so the magnet's away from the coil because it makes it easier to go on and off. Let's have a quick look-see at that key. It doesn't look sheared, but we'll see when we get it off. There's a few different ways you can do this. I'm going to see if I actually have the proper crankshaft extractor unit. Probably not. Maybe? Maybe? I sure do. All this does is just protects the threads of the crank from getting mushroomed out. And that's not that size. It's 1 inch or something, because that's 15/16. But you just thread this on there. Protects the threads. Get it on there pretty good. And you get a hammer. This is probably enough hammer. You don't want to throw the thing off the other side of the bench or nothing. It's going to get a little bit of pressure in behind here. It doesn't have to be a lot. You just want to pull pressure on the flywheel out and then whack it with the stupid rod in the way. Let's see. There we go. That is all. That's it. That's it. That's all. There's no holes in this to use a puller. This is the actual way to do it. I have 4 of those, or various sizes. Let's get the flywheel off of there. We got out of there. Okay. 3 magnets inside. Not that we're charging a battery or anything, but it's a stator coil. And this is to run your lighting. So there's a spot here, here, and here. And that's where the hose is supposed to run, in behind there. Let's get that monster off. Did I have a quarter? I did. Here's a quarter. So we'll just replace that section of hose. It's a little long anyways. And it's dripping everywhere. Oh, it's in my cut. I found my cut. There it is. Ow. Got me. It got me. And those pliers. Let's get that hose out of there. Trying not to block everybody's view. Here's that garbage hose. It's no good, see? It's no good. It's got a little dampness to it. We could maybe use it to gauge our new hose. Let's say, well, maybe 2 inches less than that. Let's get some hose. There we go, 1/4 inch fuel line. Fuel line cutters. I know you guys are zoomed in, you're not going to be seeing some of this stuff, but that's okay, I'm just cutting fuel line. Here's a piece that long. Oh, time to get another box. That's that. That's the remainder of the new stuff. This is the no goodie stuff. So this is not usually easy to do. You usually get all boogered up in there because this clip is way too tight. It's hard to get it to wiggle through. Sometimes it's just, you gotta put the effort in. Now, the customer that did the work and didn't get it in behind here, I don't really blame him, because like, he wouldn't know, right? It's not something he does all the time, so he wouldn't know. He may have not even pulled that cover off. He may have just ripped the old line out and then fed the new one in as good as he could to get it to go in. Just trying to get a little relief of the pressure there. There we go. That's more gooder. Up into the cooling fin, behind that shielding plate, and get a little more feed. A little more feed. Just a little more feed. It's getting there. It's almost there. Let's get it on the curb. Yeah. Here we are. We're there. We're there. And these lines really don't need hose clamps because they are super tight. These hoses are from a small engine supply shop. Okay, so that's where that needs to be. Just gonna bend this back a little bit. And we'll get our flywheel back on there. Always, always, always make sure it's clean and dry. You don't want any oil on that at all. No anti-seize, no oil, no anything. It's a tapered fit, and they are pretty solid as long as you keep them dry and clean. Get on there. There you go. There you go. starter cup. It's got a tab. So you always, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the nut on there. Get it down a little bit. The starter cup tab is to kind of stick it on the flywheel, because if you tighten it like this, and as you pull, this can turn on you. So this is the direction of your pull cord is this way. Yep. Pull cord wraps this way, so it pulls the cup this way. So hold it against the stop. And that's tight. That's just a 3/8 cordless impact. That's plenty tight. Doesn't need to be tighter than that. Now we can get our primer line back out here. Just get out. Let's get our recoil starter back in. Stuck to the magnet. You. Just. What are you doing to me here? Oh, everything's stuck. Everything's stuck. There we go. There we go. There we go. It's all kinds of sideways, but it should work once we get it all bolted up. These bolts were reversed. There should be a short one on the right hand side and a long one on the left hand side, because the left hand side one's got the bracket on it, so you need a little bit longer bolt for that side. Get going in the hole. There you go. And we'll get this sideways one in there. Maybe if I start it straight, it'll go in straight. Maybe. Might be able to recut the proper threads. We'll see. We'll find out. I'm not tapping it. Nope, it's good and crooked. And that's, well, it's on. Guys, really, if I would typically fix that, but this customer just wants me to get it running. Where'd you guys put the other bolt? Jim, what have you done with the bolt? Oh, you left it right where I wanted it. Thank you. Usually, because these are a boogered up mess, I'll start the bolts and then just make sure that the recoil moves. Sometimes they bind up. Oh, seems to be okay. We'll get this one tightened down. Fine thread, so it should take about 3 days. What do we need up top? 1/2 inch, yeah, 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch wrench. I should have one out there somewhere. Perhaps. Nope, I didn't have it out because I didn't need it out because they were loose. I'm gonna do a 1/2 inch up here. Get out of the way. And get this one slid down. Oh no. We'll try it. Remember, I pulled the cover out a little bit just so I can get to that one screw. Eesh. That may not be working for us anymore. We'll see. We'll see. We'll just see how it goes. Why is this there? Stop giving me grief. That needs to be the right way around. I've seen them come in upside down and it fires up the machine and it just redlines. Wide open, beyond wide open, to the, like, it's going to explode, grab a flak jacket point. That might not be good. Let's Try and get the bottom one in just to hold it for us, and we're going to try a ratcheting wrench. Yeah. Maybe. You're going to help me out here. You know what? I think we might have got it. I think we might have it. So it might be disaster averted. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, I meant to do that. I planned it just like that to show you guys. Okay. Primer hose goes on this side of the kill wire. Little tiny hose. It just, will you please just go on? You came off of there. There we go. Okay, yep, that's done. And the recoil recoils. Okay, let's clear some tools so they don't rattle off the bench. We'll fire it up again. Oh boy. There's stuff everywhere, man. Get you zoomed out again. Is that out? That's out. Get my light out of there because it's just going to fall out anyway. Cord, because let's get the rod back on it. And the cotter pin. Okay. So I might have been running out of fuel. Oh, we forgot this. Way to go, Steve. You were the one in charge of the starter button. Let's get that snug back up. Okay. Put the fuel back on. Let's get the cord, because I ain't pulling. And let's get it fired up again. Contact. Yeah. Whew. Door. Well, that certainly runs a lot better. I mean, it runs. It runs better now than it did when it came in, because it didn't run when it came in, but now it does. But the vacuum leak is gone. Major vacuum leak is gone. It seems to be okay. What else we got to do this? Nothing. Got to get him a pin clip for the other side. I think that's all. Well, we got to put the cover back on, but That's easy. That's a couple screws. That's all I got to say about that. Thanks for joining me, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you do subscribe, click the bell icon. Let you know when I upload new stuff. What we found on this one reminds you to check the basics. Vacuum leaks are a big thing too. They can happen. Till the next one, take care.